we are, day one, Harry Potter 7.
It's brilliant to be back on set. I've been away for about a year now, so I'm very, very excited to be here. It's the last time I'll ever have a first day on Potter, and it is slowly coming to a close, which is bizarre. I mean, this is day one of something like 247, so we've got a long way to enjoy. But the great thing about this being the last one in a way is that you can really relish every moment as much as you can. Here we go.
And action!
I love my job and I'm lucky to love it. It's a running joke now how late I stay here after I get wrapped. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I'll be wrapped at 4 and I won't leave till 6:30. Just because I love being here. And also, frankly, the most interesting parts of my day are when I'm not on camera, because it's like, because then I actually get to watch other people doing their stuff, and that's really, I like that, and you do learn a lot from it.
해리포터의 아역 배우들은 전문적인 연기 지도를 받지 못하고 바로 연기를 시작했는데요. 그래서 1편의 연출을 맡았던 크리스 콜럼버스 감독은 연출에 앞서 아역들에게 연기부터 가르쳤다고 하죠.
In the early days, I had to find a way wrangling these kids to deliver some sort of performance because they couldn't have been any greener.
It's a lot harder than everyone thinks. And there are 50 billion, trillion, million things going on at the same time that you have to think about, like hitting your marks, getting your line right at the right time, making sure you step into the light so that the face doesn't shadow you. All that kind of stuff.
실제로 2편을 촬영할 때 연기력이 훨씬 더 좋아졌다고 합니다. 3편을 촬영할 때는 연기를 진지하게 받아들이기 시작했고 상대 배우들로부터 연기 지도를 받았다는데요. 다니엘이 가장 존경하는 배우이자 그의 멘토는 누구였는지 지금부터 함께 보시죠.
And you can always find them. In here.
The first person I was consciously quite scared of working with was on the third film when Gary Oldman came in, because I by that point I was more knowledgeable about film and about just drama and acting in general. I'd watched a lot more, I'd been exposed to a lot more, and I knew a lot of his films, and so working with him was very frightening, because I thought he was going to be like his characters in films, and of course he's not. He's a really sweet man. I think the two best performances that I've given in these films so far are 3 and 5, and I think that is in part to do with the fact that I have Gary Oldman around at the time, because I learned so much when he's around.
다니엘은 인터뷰에서 5편에서의 자신의 연기에 가장 만족하고 6편을 가장 싫어한다고 밝혔습니다. 특히 5편에 나왔던 시리우스와의 테페스리 장면을 배우하면서 처음으로 자신의 연기에 감탄이 나왔다고 합니다. 이렇게 연기를 할 때 상대 배우와의 합이 중요한데요. 특히 게리 올드만과의 합이 좋았고 그 이유는 데뷔후인 게리 올드만 앞이어서 평소보다 훨씬 더 집중을 했다고 합니다.
On 3 I went, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to be an actor. But 3 was when I made that decision. And on 5, I had a moment where there was a scene between myself and Sirius at the tapestry when Harry's wondering if he is turning into a bad person. And Sirius says,
You're not a bad person. You're a very good person who bad things have happened to.
And it's the absolute line that sums up Harry's situation.
Harry feels, I guess it's a lot of shame and a lot of guilt.
I just feel so angry all the time.
And Sirius just basically says, we have choice. And it's just what we do with it that matters, that defines who we are. You don't often get to do scenes like that.
When I first saw that scene, it was the first time I looked at it and went, well done, that was good. That was like proper acting then. You couldn't see the joins. And that is in part to do with the fact that I have Gary Oldman around at the time.
And action!
Dan adores Gary, really respects him and his craft.
It's just this whole thing at the beginning, you know, well, what's life without a little risk?
Yeah, it's a great privilege to see the way he'll take Dan aside and talk to him.
How many films have you done?
40-something. There must be now. Yeah.
How long have you been acting for?
22 years.
You have 40-odd films, 22
Something like that.
That's pretty good going, and stage work.
Yeah, I did stage as well. I would do a movie, a stage, a movie, stage, movie, stage.
I just watch him and I learn so much when he's around, and I think I raise my game. Even without knowing it, I raise the stakes of what I'm doing just because I know he's involved.
Am I not a god? Your expression, fantastic.
It's very much the sort of it's like that John Hurt moment. I can all just.
Am I not a god?
Yeah, it's that great. It's fantastic. I'm going to teach my kids to say that when they're really young. Decided.
게리 올드만 외에도 존재감이라면 해리포터 시리즈에서 최고라고 꼽을 수 있는 캐릭터죠. 엄브리지를 맡은 이멜다 스턴튼에게서도 많은 걸 배웠다고 합니다.
Between Gary Oldman and Imelda Staunton, those are the people that I've learnt the most from, I think.
See me later, Mr. Potter. My office.
Me and Umbridge have some serious scenes together, really big, deep scenes. And Imelda Staunton is fantastic at helping me to focus and helping me to find levels of character and to go deeper into my character when I'm doing it, which is fantastic.
You know, deep down, you deserve to be punished. Don't you, Mr. Potter?
I would be able to talk about how much I have loved working with her for weeks and weeks and weeks. I still have moments you go, wow, this is amazing. Like when I'm in the Atrium set, because that's my favourite set, and that's one that I'd go in and go, I can't believe I'm involved in something this big, it's incredible. But on the whole, I think now, it is a job, and I come in every day, and you get into a routine so quickly on a film that you do sort of, to a certain extent, stop noticing, which is why it's important to have those moments where you go, wow, hold on, this is great, actually. Just remember how cool this all is now, because it's not going to last forever. Thank you. 10 years, nothing's changed.
엠마는 해리포터 이전에 학교 연극에서만 연기를 했을 정도로 연기 경력이 정말 전무했습니다. 그런 그녀는 롤링 작가를 롤모델로 뽑을 정도로 그녀를 존경했다고 하네요.
I really admire her grace. She's definitely been an inspiration and a role model. I mean, I just feel so blessed that I was given the chance to experience all of these amazing women.
죽음의 성물을 촬영할 때는 헬레나 보넨 카터와 함께 연기를 했는데요. 어느 날 헬레나가 엠마를 저녁에 초대해 둘은 많은 이야기를 나눴다고 하네요. 촬영장 밖에서도 만났다고 하니 헬레나가 엠마를 꽤나 아꼈던 것 같아요.
Here we go.
Helena was also a really important mentor to me on this last movie. She very sweetly invited me over for dinner and we talked about books a lot and just being a woman. I feel as if somehow I have been under the microscope even slightly more than the boys just by being the girl. You know, whether it's what I'm wearing, whether it's what I'm doing, where I'm going to school. Just in every sense, I feel as if the public is just so much harder on women. So I think we both know how that feels, being under that kind of scrutiny. You know, we talked about how to kind of be able to absorb criticism and flattery and knowing what's genuine and what isn't and knowing who to trust and yeah, well, it was such a big evening for me. I don't know if she knows how kind of important it was for me, but I've never told her this, but after I had my evening with her, I went home and wrote down everything that she said, everything that we shared. And I actually have a book of important encounters to me, and I write down things that they say, because I was like, one day I'll really wish I remembered what that incredible person that I met said and what they thought about things, and I don't want to forget. So Joe has a page too.
재밌게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 꼭 부탁드리고 더 궁금한 점이나 공유하고 싶으신 이야기가 있으시다면 댓글로 남겨주세요. 그럼 저는 최대한 빠른 시일 내로 유익한 영상으로 다시 돌아오겠습니다. 지금까지 더블리였습니다.